Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Welcome to the Perceptual Shift Show. My name is James Quine, and this is my brother,
Robbie. I am a perceptual shifter and a life lover.
Indeed,
That's
I am
right.
a life lover also with my Life Lover cinnamon tea.
I'm life loving with my sludgy black coffee.
I wanna be with my cinnamon tea. Yeah. So I appreciate that song, by the way. How you doing?
Good.
You good?
Glad to be here with you other perceptual shifters.
Yeah. And today we're lucky because we have a good friend of ours in the studio with us, Vita.
A perceptual shifterette.
And hey, Vita, she's helping us with the cameras and the sound. The first time we've ever had any help.
I know, exactly.
With the cameras and the sound. So this is awesome having somebody else here.
Major upgrade.
So hopefully we'll look in the camera.
Hold on. Shout out to Vita here.
Yeah. I'll give her a shout out too.
Okay, cool.
Hold on. This is for you, Vita. There we go. All right. Okay, so we have a good show for you today. Of course, we will need the Perceptual Shift book, which is, Vita is going to hand it to me,
Great.
which is awesome.
Wow.
And I know that we are probably on page 53 today. So we're going to be doing page 53 from the book. We're going to be getting into some examples of reframing.
Yes.
The ways that we reframe stuff in our lives in order for us to have more abundance.
Yeah.
And feel better.
Bring it.
If you haven't been to this show before, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
We're grateful that you're here today. Thank you for coming, of course. This show is about the book that I wrote called The Perceptual Shift, How to Manifest Abundance and Love Your Life. And if you don't have the book already and you're interested in getting the book, you can grab the book at Amazon.com or Barnes & Noble online. You can also hit me up on Instagram or TikTok at James M for Michael Quine, and you can DM me and I will get you a signed copy of the book if you're interested. If you just want to listen to the show, that's cool too. We're here to talk about ways to love your life and to create abundance.
What about the Kindle version?
Oh, yes. Tell them about the Kindle version, bro.
If money is tight, for just a couple of shekels, you can get it on the Kindle version.
But
grab a notebook and a pen and maybe even a highlighter.
Yeah, I love highlighters.
Perceptual Shift highlighter.
Yeah, you might notice that there are some lines on the page
That's
here.
right.
This is a workbook.
It's dive in
and I know
with reckless abandon.
And I know the word work can be a little bit scary sometimes because it's like, oh, I don't want to do a bunch of work. But if you really want to peel the layers of the onion, you want to grow, you want to evolve, you want to have all the abundance that the universe wants for you, it's going to take a little bit of work.
Yes.
Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get off your ass.
Thank you.
You're going to have to grab a pen and a piece of paper and do some writing and figure some shit out, right?
Yeah, dig deep, people.
Yeah.
It really helps. I mean, you can keep it light and fluffy if you want, but I recommend pen and paper, old school style. Just write it out. It's in black and white. It's staring me in the face. Yeah. It's like, do these character defects serve me? No.
Exactly. Now, if you're listening to this podcast on Spotify or Apple and you're driving and we ask a question during this show, you can answer it for yourself. You can even answer it out loud if you want. So think about what we're saying and see if it applies to you. See if there is some grain of truth in what we're saying and if it can benefit you and help you to love your life.
Right.
But before we get into reading the book and starting the show, we always start off by
perceptually shifting
into gear, right?
Into gear, and also rocking and rolling.
Well, what are these things we're putting on here?
Perceptual shift lenses.
They're my shifties, yeah. Putting my shifties on so I can shift into a more positive, abundant, and life-loving attitude. So let's get this show on the road.
That's right. Here we go. Welcome to the Shift Show. Ready for the mind flow. You're gonna see the world in a brand new way. We'll show you how to love life. Eliminate your strife. You'll manifest all that you desire. Yeah! Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Nicely done. No mistakes on that one, huh?
That was fun,
Pretty
yeah.
good, pretty good.
It was kind of grooving.
I was thinking back at the cinnamon tea thing and all the
Yeah.
mistakes we made
Oh
on
my
that
God.
episode. Holy mackerel.
Wow.
It was a never-ending series
Oh,
of mistakes.
Lord. It was
But-
catastrophic.
Yeah, but that's our way of welcoming you to the show, to let you know that it's not all about being super serious or adulting or
Right.
having a stick up your butt. It's about having fun,
Yeah.
enjoying life.
Keep some levity, playfulness.
Yeah. If we want to
Life
love
is a
life,
lot
we
more
have to
fun
have
that way.
we have to have some hobbies and recreation.
Yes.
We have to ask yourself, what do I like to do that's fun?
Right.
And then
Thank
do
you.
it.
Yeah, and
Every day.
it doesn't matter if other people think it's dorky. I mean, I know some people collect stamps and things like that.
Exactly.
Just do it. Have
Exactly.
fun. Do your thing, you know?
Just do it. Didn't Nike steal that? I mean,
Maybe,
that might be
yeah.
a copyright thing. Be careful there.
I
Buddy.
might get sued.
I know. All right, so that sort of lets everybody know everything except for one thing: Saturdays.
Saturdays, we have a Zoom perceptual shift meeting. We had it yesterday, and it was effing awesome. It always is.
It was great. Yeah.
There's a lot of intimacy. People are sharing.
We got 2 pages done yesterday.
Yeah, and it's a very different energy, sharing as opposed to preaching.
Yeah.
When people are sharing their experience, strength, and hope, it's got a resonance.
Yeah, and I have to say personally, I would tell you that during that book study, I ended up writing some stuff that was very, very sort of scary and intimate to
Right.
write about financial stuff and, some fears and some things that are going on with me. And at the same time, it was very revealing.
Sure.
And it showed me where the work needs to be done.
Right.
In order for me to evolve, I have to be willing to approach issues and subjects and things that are sometimes uncomfortable.
Yeah, and keeping it real, people.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's a great show. Great book study.
Yeah.
If you want to come to Saturday,
Right.
hit me up again. Instagram, TikTok, James M. Quine. I will
Right.
get you the password and the ID number for Zoom, and you can come join us.
Yep.
3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
And James and I are in the trenches with you guys. We're doing the work alongside of you.
Absolutely.
We're
We're
there
doing
every
right.
week. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Although this last one, I started doing an older page by accident
Yeah.
first, but
you threw us a little curveball
mistakes
there.
are part of life.
That's
I'll be
right.
making them the rest of my life.
And doing it twice is not the crime of the century.
no, it was actually nice
Yeah,
to hear it again.
I think so too.
All right, so let's get into the book.
Okay.
We are on page 53. If you have the book, you can follow along. If you don't, you can just listen. And this page is examples of reframing in action. It's in the chapter on the art of reframing.
Right.
So this is all about how we pause long enough to take a look at what's going on so that we can ask ourselves, am I uncomfortable? And if so, is it possible to reframe the way I'm looking at this and see it from in a different context and from a different point of view so that I can feel comfortable in my own skin and love my life.
Right.
Regardless of this horrible, terrible, bad situation that I'm
Right.
perceiving that way. So, examples. Here's some examples of reframing in action. The rejection letter. Imagine applying for your dream job, thinking you have it, and receiving a rejection letter. What is your first reaction? I'll ask you, what would be your first reaction, generally speaking?
Ouch.
Yes.
I think
And-
that's most people.
Does it come from expectation?
Yes.
Yes. It comes from expectation. And expectation
Causes suffering.
That's right. And it's impossible.
Ouchiness, for
and
lack of a better term.
It's impossible in life not to have expectations. It took me a while to figure that out.
Right.
Because every time I take a breath, I'm expecting to breathe in air.
Right, but that's taking it to absurd extremes.
Exactly. But I'm also expecting my car to start when I get into it.
Right.
And I'm expecting when I pump gas to come out of the gas. I have a lot of expectations throughout the day.
Right.
The ones that really mess me up or the ones that the expectation I have is really, really important to me.
Right.
And if it doesn't materialize, I'm going to be really bummed out.
Yeah.
That's where I have to sort of recalibrate that expectation when I first have it.
Right. Like you have a lot invested in it.
Yeah. And we talked about it before, that's where plan Bs come into action.
Thank you.
Like if I really want this dream job and I really think I'm going to get it, I can take a moment and I can think to myself, however, if the universe doesn't want me to have this job, I'll just apply for another job and I'll be perfectly fine. The moment I suggest that to myself and my mind hears that, I'm no longer going to be disappointed in the same way. I might still be a little bummed out, but I'm not going to be devastated.
Right.
Right. How do you think you or most people feel in that situation? The same way, would you say?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say that too. So instead of interpreting it as a personal failure, let's try reframing it as an opportunity to refine your skills or explore other exciting opportunities.
Right.
Now, this is very difficult, but here's what I do. And I'm sort of, master at perceptual shifting. I've been doing it for a long time. So what I tend to do is in my mind, when I have an expectation like this, I think to myself, instead of just being okay with it not working out, how about if I am excited about it? Now that sounds difficult, and
Right.
it is in the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. If you come home to your boyfriend or girlfriend and you're expecting to, give them a kiss and they're kissing somebody else, that's a shocker.
Yeah.
That's a shocker in that moment.
That's a buzzkill too.
And if I suggest to you, hey, you should be really happy, it's hard for us to wrap our minds around why would I be happy. But in my mind, you should be happy because you were thinking of marrying this person.
Right.
You just dodged a bullet.
Thank you.
So what you can do is now you can say, thank you, universe.
Right.
I'm so grateful for that.
That's a good example.
Yes. Yes. And you can do it with the job too.
Right.
Wasn't there an episode that I talked about the job that I got and the guy went to jail and
Yeah.
the guy that got my job ended up going to jail and the owner of the company went to jail, and if I had that job, I would have gone to jail too.
Dodging a huge bullet on that one. Yeah.
Okay. So, seen in this new light, how would you feel receiving that same rejection letter? Right? In this new light, how would you interpret the rejection letter now with this new information?
I think it's very natural, in my opinion, that it stings at first. There's a little stinger in there. It's like getting stung by a bee.
Impossible to avoid.
Right. And then I would take a breath and just try to surrender the expectations and like, this is what's showing up in my life. And what do I choose to do with it?
I'm going to embrace it.
Yes, exactly.
It's getting into the flow.
I'm not going to avoid it. I'm not going to run away from it. I'm going to turn around and walk through it.
Yeah, if you've ever been caught in a riptide
Yes.
before, you don't
Good
keep
example.
trying to swim into shore.
No.
You swim sideways.
Sideways.
Get out of the riptide, and then you can get in shore.
Right.
It's like go with the flow.
Yeah.
Ride the wave of life.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Good analogy.
So
Very Zen surf.
Yes. So this is a perfect illustration of reframing. It opens the door to considering the role that expectations have on our perceptions, just as we spoke about. One of the ways I get out of disappointment is to have a plan A, B, and even a plan C.
I'm getting a ding for that.
Thank you.
Technically,
Is
there
that
should have
for the
been
A?
3.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm waiting for the other
I'm
two.
like,
B
I feel
and
like
the C.
ripping you
Thank
off
you
a
very
little bit.
much. And I appreciate you mixing up the sounds.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that.
Because each plan is a little bit different, right? Particularly when my hopes, desires, or plans involve someone else.
Right.
And I will tell you that most of my disappointments related to expectations are around someone else and their behavior.
Sure. Relationships. Yeah.
So here's an example of how it works. If I've made plans to go out for dinner with a friend at my favorite Italian restaurant, instead of getting overly attached to that specific plan, plan A, I also prepare a few alternatives so I can stay flexible and enjoy the night no matter what happens. Plan A, dinner at my favorite Italian restaurant. Yummy, yummy. Plan B, if my friend cancels or the restaurant is fully booked, I'll enjoy a cozy night in. Maybe order takeout from a place I've been wanting to try and watch a movie I'm excited about. That sounds pretty fun. It's a good plan B. How about plan C? If my friend doesn't cancel but doesn't show up at all, I'll still treat myself to a great evening out, savoring the meal and indulging in dessert as a celebration of the fact that I had fun instead of getting angry or obsessing over being stood up. By approaching the night this way, I stay relaxed, flexible, and open-minded. I reduce the chance of disappointment if things don't go exactly as planned.
Right.
And I remind myself that joy can be found in any version of the experience when I let go of rigid expectations. There's a lot about life that I've realized goes much easier if I plan for it.
Right.
We can't plan for every, what is the word? Extingency? There's a word there.
Right.
Every circumstance.
Yeah.
Every situation. We can't plan for all of it. Sure. But I can usually have a plan A, B, and C.
Yeah.
I can.
That's definitely doable.
Here's another example. The rainy day. A sudden downpour might ruin your plans for a picnic, but reframing allows you to see it as a chance to enjoy a cozy day indoors or try something new.
Right.
You can also look at how nurturing and wonderful rain is for our planet, getting you into the A of G, the attitude of gratitude.
That's right. This is for
Is
the
that a
rain.
ding?
The rain deserves a ding.
And the A of G too. Oh, not that. The whole reach over thing and the slam of the, this is really,
Why did
it's
it?
very upsetting.
Did I over slam?
You got to stay on your side over there, dude.
Right.
This is my side.
I did a crossover on
It's
that
so
one.
scary when you do that.
I know.
Okay. You can also look at how nurturing, I already did that line. Viewing the weather as an opportunity to tackle an inside task you've been postponing can reveal how the rain played a role in your achievement. You got some shit done that you normally wouldn't have gotten done.
Good point.
Or maybe laundry, went through, go through your closet, get rid of some stuff that you need to donate because your closet's too full. Or maybe some stained things.
Right.
Yeah.
And your car gets washed.
Yeah. It's a free car wash. Of course, this kind of mental shift isn't always easy, especially when we're feeling disappointed or frustrated.
Right.
Where do we go? Do we get the blower out when we do that?
Yeah.
We get the hat
The pity party.
and the pity party breath, and then the pity party underwear.
RSVP of one. Just yourself.
I didn't get my expectation.
It's childish.
Yeah, I don't want to be there, man.
No
That's
way.
not so much fun.
King baby
Although a
action.
good cry is nice every once in a while, but
Yeah.
not the pity party cry.
No.
All right,
I cried the other day on Thanksgiving.
about mom.
No, I was channel surfing and Sound of Music came on.
You
And
cried
then-
with The Hills Are Alive. with
No.
The Sound of Music.
Edelweiss. That shit did me in. I wasn't expecting it.
What's going on when that song's being sung?
It's the Nazis are coming for them and
Oh yeah,
they're,
that's some sad
they're
stuff.
bottoming out.
Yeah. I cried a lot in Schindler's List. I'll
Did
tell
you?
Oh my God. Yeah, that was
I haven't seen that for a long time.
devastating. All right. But like any new skill, the more we practice reframing, the more natural and empowering it becomes. Eventually, it becomes second nature to look for opportunity rather than getting stuck in the setbacks of life. Right?
Yeah.
So we look for opportunities. And there's always, if nothing else, there's always an opportunity to connect to the universe,
Yes.
to align yourself. Right?
24/7.
Yeah, you stub your toe, it's like, even though it's not
The
what
Murphy
I wanted
bed.
to do, the Murphy bed, I can align myself. I can
James-
get spiritual.
James let out an F-bomb that was so loud I heard it 2 blocks away down at the Kahana Gateway.
It does hurt to stub your toe, bro. Okay. And the last example, the difficult relationship. I'm sure nobody out there has ever had a difficult relationship. Nobody listening to this,
Never.
nobody watching.
They can't relate.
No, it's never happened. I've never
No.
had one of you. Yeah.
Heartbroken 1,000,000 times.
A challenging relationship can feel draining, but reframing might help you see it as an opportunity to practice patience,
Right.
empathy, or boundary setting.
Yes.
That's a slightly advanced thing. And
Right.
we get into that more in this book.
But it's vitally important
It is.
to have boundaries.
And to understand that they're about you,
Yes.
not them.
Yes, definitely.
Some of my most challenging relationships have offered the greatest opportunities for growth, helping me evolve into a much better version of myself. That is true. In fact, I'd go so far to say that the most difficult relationships were the ones where I grew the most in.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree. They're challenging, but they're gold.
they're golden, yeah.
Yeah.
Golden for evolvement.
Yes.
When my first wife and I separated and later divorced, my dreams of a lifelong family were shattered. But I knew in my heart that somehow things would work out. And they did. I ended up, and this is true, marrying my high school sweetheart,
Right.
and went from being the father of one child to the father of 4. Literally 4 times the love, the laughter, and the joy.
And one
that
of
I
them's
thought I would
one of them's
lose it.
coming tomorrow to visit.
And one is coming to visit, yeah. So, we are done with the reading portion. We're on to the question portion.
Okay.
Even though we had some questions during this part, this is the actual question portion.
Right.
Have you, Robbie, ever experienced a situation or interaction in your life where that you initially perceived as a bad thing or terrible? Whether it was talking to somebody, a moment in your life, losing a job, having to move, getting sick, whatever it was. But later, we're able to sort of reflect on it and find the silver lining. Has that ever happened?
Yeah. No.
Okay, don't tell me when. That's the next question.
Okay.
If so, tell us a recent situation, if you can think about a recent situation, that you're currently, right this moment, perceiving as kind of a bummer, something bad in your life. And take a moment to think about a positive outcome or lesson it might hold. So is there anything, and I know that this is a difficult question for you because, like me, you have trained yourself to when you perceive things as negative, to quickly figure out how to perceive them as positive, to do some writing, to do some meditation,
Right.
to reach out to a mentor,
Yeah.
and to, talk through it, to reason things out, and to get to a place where you can see the good in it. But is there anything in your life that has happened recently that you don't do it, that you see as a bummer, but you haven't been able, don't do it, but you haven't been able to see? I'm telling you, bro, don't do it.
I have to.
Oh my God. Okay. You got the question. What is it that you see as a bummer?
Oh my God.
Can you even say it?
Well, you actually gave me a lot of gratitude today because when I came in to get ready and you told me that you ate a cockroach.
A what?
A cockroach.
You can't even say it. The audience can't even hear what you're saying.
James ate a cockroach.
Nice. Thank you. I asked him not to share it, by the way.
Yeah. And I would love if you would share the story about it because it was just incredible. I mean, it gave me gratitude. And I've eaten a cockroach too. I had one in my coffee and I wanted to like scrape my tongue off with sandpaper. It was
Did you
awful.
swallow it or spit it out?
I swallowed it.
Okay. Nice.
Which
How
at
did
least
you feel after?
I felt gross. And
did
I
you
lost
feel
my
queasy to your
appetite.
stomach?
Yeah, I felt really creepy.
Okay. So I was hungry the other night. I woke up in the middle of the night, had to go out, and realized I need some carbs to get back to bed. I picked up a book. I started reading. I got my pita chips out of the refrigerator. Brought them to bed with me. It's very dark. The dog's on the bed. I'm eating my pita chips, crunching away, hearing her every once in a while go because she gets angry because I'm making noise. And then I take a bite of a pita chip that was not crunchy. It was very, very soft and soggy and weird shaped. And I pulled it out of my mouth and I looked at it in the light of the Kindle and the tablet, the Fire tablet, and it was a big black cockroach. Yeah, dead, cold. And I realized I had eaten a portion of that cockroach, and I just immediately was like, and I was spitting it out like, and I have a white comforter and the cockroach and the pita chips are going all over the white comforter, and I'm like, ah! And the dog's like, what the hell is going on? She's upset, and and I turn on the light, and I'm like, there's dead cockroach legs everywhere, and just and it was just a horrible experience. And I got the vacuum, and I vacuumed it up, and it was just a very uncomfortable thing that obviously you can't see the good in it.
No, I actually do see that. I see the perceptual shift in that. Because that could have you could have stayed up all night, freaked out, and you just dealt with it, and it's like, okay. And you moved on.
Right. Yeah.
I thought it was really enlightened, actually.
Yeah. So for me, I see the good in it that, it teaches me, number one, don't leave empty bags of chips next to my bed at night and then roll them up and put them in the refrigerator the next morning.
Right.
Because if I do that, there's a chance that a bug's going to crawl in there.
Right.
I actually, after the next morning, I went, all my open bags of chips in the refrigerator,
yeah,
they went in the trash.
Adios.
I'm not even going to look in there. I just had to get rid of them.
Yeah.
It also taught me that if I'm going to eat anything in bed, I need to have a light on. I need to know what's going on in my mouth. I can't be doing it in the dark anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
But I did initially perceive it as bad.
Sure.
I didn't eat the cockroach and think, this is a great thing.
Right.
I'm so happy. Thank you, universe, for putting a cockroach in my mouth.
Yeah, that's not realistic.
Not realistic. And like you said, you're going to have a sting in the middle, in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have a feeling of uncomfortableness.
Right.
So I guess for both of us, it's the cockroach story.
Yeah.
It's perceiving it as a bad thing initially,
right,
and then saying, how can I learn from this?
Yeah.
How can I evolve? And Michael said to me,
you don't have to have a resentment and hate all cockroaches.
Exactly. I didn't hate the cockroach.
Yeah.
I was just grossed out.
Yeah,
I literally couldn't eat hardly at all the next day.
No, I understand.
I couldn't put any food in my mouth. So ultimately, at the end of the day, I remember talking to Michael, and he said, hey, they eat cockroaches in the Philippines all the time. They have little carts with umbrellas where they serve bags of cockroaches. Wow. People get in there, just crunch.
People eat bugs.
And I'm like, it's not helping me, Michael.
No.
It's not helping me.
You're not going to be able to talk me out of this.
So anyway, this page is all about reframing and our ability to then, at some point, sooner than later, hopefully, see it as a positive, or at the very least, see something good that comes of it.
Yeah, you didn't die from it.
I didn't die from it. I'm still okay. Even talking about the story makes me feel queasy, though.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's pretty intense.
This was not a tiny cockroach. This was like a good inch and a half, 2 inches at least, of a big black with wings and the whole thing. It was just, Anyway. That's going to do it for today's show, pretty much. We'll end on the cockroach note.
You can't really top that.
And before we go out, what do we do?
We play an outro song.
We do play an outro song. First, I want to remind everybody about the book. If you want to get the book, you can buy it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble if you're interested in it. Also, if you're watching this show, this episode, we have a lot of other really cool episodes that have come out before this episode. You might want to check some of them.
We got some cool-ass life hacks, too.
We got some cool-ass life hacks on Instagram and TikTok. You can check that out on my social. You can hit me up at James M. Quine, and I can get you a signed copy of the book. You can also come to our Saturday Zoom session.
Yep.
And, do some work with us. Evolve.
3 o'clock Pacific time.
3 o'clock Pacific time. And then also we got the Kindle.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to spend a lot of money or you like being on the Kindle, one of the advantages of the Kindle is that if you're traveling, you can take the book with you wherever you go and you're not lugging around something heavy. All you need is a couple pieces of paper to write on if you want to do the writing.
Yeah.
So,
and a little cockroach told me that you're working on an audiobook.
I'm surprised that you did a cockroach joke right there. That just came out of nowhere, huh?
Yeah.
I am working on the audiobook, and that's coming, but it's coming very slowly. because I seem to be very busy with all this other stuff.
Right.
But I will get to it.
Yeah,
And you may, who knows, somebody may be listening to this right now on the audio and have the audiobook
Right.
at some point.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
that's it for the announcements. And are you ready to shift out of the show?
I really am.
And do our little closing outro
Yep.
shifty song?
Exactly.
A little bit different from the intro song,
Right.
but you might recognize the tune a little bit. Lyrics are definitely different.
We insist on having fun and rocking
That's
at
right.
the Perceptual Shift here. Okay, here we
It's
go.
not Cinnamon Girl. Just
No,
reminding
okay.
you. Okay.
Now you've heard the Shift Show.
I hope you
Got your mind blown. We'll be back next week with more to say. And if you are a seeker, buy the book, dig deeper. Take what you like and now go out and play.
have some fun, everybody.
The Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah. And one last final thought, closing note is, and this is regarding loving life. There was a guy Edward, that was walking on Lahaina Luna Road, and you might know Edward Vita, and he was interesting dude. Chris and I were driving in the car, and Chris noticed him, so we rolled down the windows and we yelled, "I love my life!" And he immediately flipped us the bird and said, "F you."
He's
You
not
know?
a life lover,
He was
obviously.
very, very upset about it.
Oh my God.
And some people don't like it.
Right.
Some people don't like the "I love my life" thing. They
Yeah.
feel it's manic.
Right.
They don't even want to love their life. They want to be just comfortable in their own skin.
And
They
chances are they got a little jealousy going on.
don't- I mean,
Some
possibly.
people
like,
don't like when other people are happy. It's weird,
Some people
sort of
say,
neurotic.
like, I don't want to be manically happy.
Yeah,
I think that's weird, people that are happy all the time.
right.
I got to tell you, I love being happy and I
So
love
do
loving my
I.
life. And
I love
those are my feel good feelings.
Actually, I insist on having fun.
I insist on loving life and having
Yes,
fun. Yeah.
it's
I want to be
important.
happy, joyous, and free every day of my
Me
life.
too. I don't want to be Debbie Downer or
Right.
Bruce Bummer or any of those.
And if I'm uncomfortable, like stubbing my toe, I want to shift into loving life as
Thank
quickly
you.
as possible. I want to get back into the attitude of
as
gratitude.
quick as possible, yeah.
And doing this kind of work and reading from all the books we read from and listening to all the inspirational stuff
Right.
and meditating and doing affirmations and waking up in the morning and saying,
Raising the
"Thank
mana.
you, universe."
Yep.
All of that contributes to loving life and
Yeah.
helps us shift much more quickly.
Yeah.
When we step on a rock,
Right.
which we're going to do. This
Thank
is
you.
just normal.
It's just part of life.
We're going to get sick.
Yeah.
We're going to have unmet expectations. We're going to be disappointed. We're going to have struggly times in life. We're going to have financial difficulties. Whatever is going to go
Yeah.
on.
Life hurts sometimes.
So, what I'm saying is, loving life doesn't mean that you're never going to have a problem.
Yeah.
Or you're
that's-
never going to feel uncomfortable.
That's a fairy tale.
What it means is that you are a person who desires to love your life.
Right.
And appreciate your life and be grateful for your life on a
Right.
regular basis.
Yeah.
And what I've learned is affirmations are so powerful. Saying "I love my life" is a very powerful affirmation because it's
is.
telling your mind to remember that you love being alive.
Yeah.
That you're really appreciative of this opportunity to be this spiritual entity inside of this human body.
Right.
And this is a short period of time
Yeah.
that we get to live our lives for.
Yeah. I feel like it's an announcement and a celebration.
It is. It is.
It's kind of like a victory shout.
It's, I was
you
going to
know?
say victory,
Yeah.
I love my life.
Right.
And when we do it, we raise our hands up. So
Yeah.
if you want to love
And
your
our
life,
voices.
Yes. If you want to love your life more
Yeah.
and you're already loving your life, or if you don't love your life and you're struggling and you want to love your life, just try yelling out, "I love my life." We're going to do it on the count of 3. So join us if you'd like.
Yeah.
Ready?
Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
three. I love my life!
Thank you.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa.